Yes, welcome aboard everyone. Welcome to the live stream today. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dominic. I'm sitting here in the A340-300 cockpit in Geneva. Yes, and today we will do a flight from Geneva Airport to Norway in Bergen. Yes, flight time will be approximately 2 hours, and yeah, I think we will land in the beautiful sunset. Yes, in the golden hour. That's really cool. Yeah, as you can see, we are here at the gate with the A340-300 from iniBuilds in Geneva, and jetways already connected. So then let's start. Let's start boarding. We can import all from SimBrief. This is where I do all my flight plans. So, but let's start the aircraft now. First, battery 1, 2 on. Then APU battery on and XN power A and B on. DIR selectors all on NAV. Ground control on, crew supply on, strops on auto and NAV on 1. No smoking, auto, emergency exit lights to auto. Then constrain is already on, that's good. DVOR all to on. And flight director on. And let's put some lights here, like this. Sorry guys. Predictive wind shear also to on. And transponder on auto. And TCAS is standby at the moment. That's perfect. Let's align this one here. Yes, let's go to our OFP. Summary and fuel. So for this trip we need for trip and taxi 13.2 block fuel, and final reserve alternate we need 5.8 tons of fuel. So total block fuel is about 20.4. So then let's start refueling the aircraft. We're going to fueling here, 20.4. I think we will take some extra here. 20.4, we will take 24. 24 block fuel, I think that's good enough if we have to do a go around or something like that at our destination. Then let's go to payload. 269 packs, that means 269 passengers, that's good. Then we can load the aircraft. As you can see here, fuel on board 24 blocks, also 24,000 kilograms kerosene. So refueling is already complete, and CPAS goes to on. APU master switch on. And let's wait on the APU page for the message for this one here, flap open, then we can start the APU. Let's start the APU. So let's go on the APU page here. APU is available, that's nice to see, and APU bleed on, and all fuel pumps coming to on. Then we can already disconnect XM power, and also we can disconnect the ground power unit, because the aircraft is now on the APU. Remove ground power unit and chocks. We can also remove. Parking brake is set, and we can disconnect jetway here. Doesn't work at the moment with the jetway, so we can do that later. So let's go to our MCU here, A340-300 CFM engines, CFM 56 engines. Yeah. Then let's go to the init page. Init request our flight plan here. And as you can see, it's really cool. This printer here prints our flight plan. Yeah, I think that's a really cool feature in the A340 from iniBuilds. Yes, okay. Geneva to Bergen, our call sign is SWISS 17 Mike, cost index 33, flight level, cruising flight level is 400. Can check that here in the OFB. Cruising cost index, sorry, 33, cruising flight level 400, and our call sign is SWISS 17 Mike Heavy. Okay, then IRS can align on the ref. Then we will do a wind request here. Okay, then we can put the block fuel in, the fuel on board that we have at the moment at this, for this aircraft. It's 24.0 block fuel, 24 tons of fuel, and let's look here for the alternate airport. We need 3.4. 3.4. Can put that in. To get us to the alternate, it will take around 46 minutes. So then let's go back to ground, not ground equipment, sorry, payload and fueling. Payload. As you can see here, we have the plan and the live weight. That's what we are interested in the live weight here. Zero full weight 151. We can take 151. 151 is our zero full weight. It's our weight without the fuel. 151. Yes, zero full weight, and here zero full weight center gravity is 26.4. 26.4. Let's put that in here. Gravity and 0.51. Yeah, as you can see, take weight is 174.4. The maximum take weight will is a lot higher. It's 276. We have 174.4. That's perfect. Landing weight 162.8. Maximum landing weight 192. We are under it, so all good. Extra time 5.7 block fuel. A lot of extra, but I love it to take some extra with me. So I'm really free. If something goes wrong, you have to do a go around or you can't land, yes, then you have some extra. 117 minutes of extra, that's a lot. Yes, let's go to the flight plan here. Geneva departure. Okay, then let's talk to ATC for get our IFR clearance to Bergen Airport. Information Zulu at the moment in Geneva. Geneva delivery, good afternoon, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy at gate 16. We have information Zulu on board, request IFR clearance to Bergen Airport.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, Geneva delivery, cleared to Flesland Airport via the DPR1 Alpha departure, Airbus transition, runway 22. Climb via seat to flight level 200, squawk 3256.
Cleared direct to Flesland Airport via DP1 Alpha departure. Airbus transition, runway 22, climb via seat to flight level 200, squawk 3256. SWISS 17 Mike Heavy.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 121.855 when ready for push or start.
I will contact ground 121.855 when ready, SWISS 17 Mike. Okay, then let's put our squawk here in the transponder. He said 3256, 3256, 3256, that's correct. Okay, and he also said runway 22, DP1 Alpha departure. Let's insert that in our flight plan here. And with the Airbus transition, we have that here, that's perfect. And initial climb clearance to flight level 200. Let's put that in here. Flight level 200. Perfect. So we have a company message. Let's check that. Received message. Yes, it's our load sheet. We already have that. 0 weight 151, and scroll down here. Doesn't work. Then you will see 0 weights at the gravity. Yes, okay. Then we can go to check performance. no wait, we will put the destination airport here at arrival first. Going to charts, we're going to Navigraph on our destination airport, going to approach. And we expect, at the moment we don't know for sure that, but ATC will tell us before our top of descent. Going to routing impacts. We expect runway 35. So let's go to Navigraph. I think it will be ILS Whiskey runway 35, like this one here. ILS Whiskey 35. With the Aluf to Papa arrival. That's the first one. Aluf to Papa arrival and via. Can check that on the flight plan here. Yeah, refib transition. Yes, let's take that refib. Okay, Alice Whiskey runway 35, Aluf to Papa arrival with the refib transition. Let's insert that into our flight plan. Yes. So now our flight plan should be complete. Ground distance 937. 872. That's a lot of difference. So we have to check the flight plan. Okay, this is our flight plan. So, like this. We have to check it that we have no discontinuity in our flight plan. All the airways and waypoints are correct. Yeah, I think that looks great. We will see. The ATC will tell us when we get a little bit nearer to our destination. Okay, this is our destination, runway 35. Yes. Okay. Then terrain on. Terrain on. Let's do our takeoff calculation here. Going to takeoff performance. Our weight is 175, is that correct? 175, yes, that's correct. Okay, we have runway 22. It's dry, not raining. Wind is 1009 knots. Temperature 27 degrees. QNH 1017. Then we will take QNH 1016. 1017. So QNH. It's the air pressure. Yes. Then our weight is 175,000 kilograms, so we take a little bit more. It's always good to calculate your takeoff with a little bit more of weight. Flaps optimum, air conditions on, anti-ice off, and forced tow guys also on off. Then we can calculate. Okay, V1 is 140, VR is 146. Let's put that in on the performance page. 140, our V1. That's the speed when we can reject our takeoff. If we are over this speed here, 140 knots, then we are not allowed. Also, in the case if you have an engine failure after this speed, you have to do a go around. You have to do a takeoff. You you don't have enough runway to stop the aircraft safely. So V1 is 140, VR is 146, 146, and V2 is 151. In the case we have an engine failure, V2 is the speed we have to be at 151 or over it. We don't want to be less than 151. That we can positive climb in the after the takeoff. That's V2, and VR is rotation. When you start rotating the aircraft, it's the side stick. When you pull the side stick for rotating it, that's the speed when you rotate VR. Yes. Transitional 7000, let's check that in Navigraph. We're going Geneva, departure. We have the 1 Alpha departure. It's this one here. Transitional is 7000, that's good. Yeah. Flaps 1 and flex temperature is 48. 48 is our flex temperature, and flaps 1. Flaps 1, 5.4 up. 5.4 up. That's our takeoff flaps. Flaps 1, 5.4 up. Up, yes, that's good. Thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out acceleration. 2410, all 3 of them. Okay, then I think we have it complete. Check that. Bleed is good. Press also. Electric, the aircraft is on the APU, that's good. Conditions are good. Doors all closed and armed. Yes, that's good. Okay, climb nav is blue, that's good. Takeoff speeds are inserted. QNH 1017, initial climb clearance, flight level 200. Yeah, then let's put the beacon light on. And let's request here. Push back and engine start, finally. I don't know, it doesn't work with the jetway. Hopefully we can push back. I don't know, man. What is this? Okay. Geneva ground, good afternoon, Swiss 17 Mike at gate 16, request pushback and engine start.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Geneva ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face northeast, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Okay, then let's go. Let's go over our pushback here. Yeah, the jetway, it doesn't work to disconnect it, so we will do it like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention please for the safety demonstration. Even if you're a frequent flyer, we can...
There's no pushback tool there, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a little bit tricky now, because GS6 isn't working. I don't know what is going on. But anyway, let's put some parking brake on here. Looks horrible. Let's push back. But anyway, engine mode selectors goes to ignition start, and then let's start engine number 3. When we have 20 by the end 2, then we can start engine number 4. Yes, now let's start engine number 4. Then first, our first engine number 3 is already available. Then let's start engine number 1 and 2. Engine number 2, 1 and 2 are also available. We have 4 good engine starts, then APU bleed off, APU master switch off, and mode selector goes to normal. So, we can go to flight controls, performance, and set the pitch trim for our takeoff. Pitch trim is 5.2 up, and flaps 1 for takeoff. Flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, down, neutral, and rudder.
All aircraft
left,
be advised, information Alpha
right,
now current, QNH 1021.
neutral. Say it's QNH 1021, but I take this one from here, 1017, because this is now from the ATC, not from the simulator, so I take this one, 1017. Okay, flaps 1 for takeoff, we have flaps 1, plus slats, and pitch trim 5.4 up, 5.4, sorry. Yes, like this. Pitch trim 5.4 up, that's correct. Rudder trim reset. So then let's armed. Speed brakes armed for takeoff. Auto brake. Max for takeoff. Cabin, we have departure. So. Geneva ground, good afternoon, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Aircraft calling for radio check, readability 5.
No radio check, man. Taxi for departure, SWISS 17 Mike.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, taxi holding point runway 22 via inner, link 5, outer Alpha.
Taxi to holding point, runway 22 via inner, link 5, outer Alpha, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy.
Negative. Taxi via inner, link 5, outer Alpha.
Outer one. Link 8.
Taxi holding point runway 22 via inner, link 5, outer, Alpha, SWISS 17, Mike Heavy.
Okay, runway turn light off, on, sorry, taxi light on, and transponder TCAS TA. Takeoff config is normal. Now we are ready to taxi to runway 22 for our departure here in Geneva with the A340 from iniBuilds. And we are flying to Norway in Bergen today. Okay, what was that? That's crazy.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, contact Geneva Tower 118.7.
Contact Geneva Tower 118.7. Bye bye, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy.
Negative, tower on 118.7.
118.7. Geneva Tower, good afternoon, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, request departure, runway 22.
Geneva Tower, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, go ahead.
Request departure, runway 22.
Aircraft calling for departure, say call sign.
You have to be kidding, man. SWISS 17 Mike Heavy.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, Geneva Tower, wind 350 degrees 5 knots, runway 22 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 22 clear for takeoff, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, thank you. Okay, we have takeoff clearance in Geneva, runway 22, strops on, wing lights on, landing lights on, takeoff lights on, cabin seats for takeoff please. And TICAS, TARA. Okay, let's go. right is clear. It's good. Here's the runway 22. Okay, takeoff checklist, Echo Memo takeoff no blue, takeoff checklist is complete. Then I would say takeoff finally, chrono set. Takeoff, engines to 50%. Manflex 48, SRS runway. All the thrust is blue. Thrust is set. One on the knots checked.
V1.
V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear is going up. Enough.
SWISS 17 make heavy, contact Geneva departure 119.53.
Thrust climb. Contact Geneva departure 119.53. Bye bye, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy. Geneva departure, good afternoon, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, crossing 3000, climbing level 200.
SWISS 17 Mike Heavy, Geneva departure. Identified A.
Okay, autopilot 1. Throw lights out, the runway 2 let out, taxi lights off. And flap 0, speed check. passed our flight level 100. Jens, landing lights off, wind lights off, and seatbelts auto. Marseille Control 124, decimal 5. Bye bye, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Marseille Control, good evening, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Flight level. Flight level 150, climbing flight level 200, sorry.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Marseille Control identified, climb flight level 400.
Climb to flight level 400, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Okay, let's put this flight level 400 in here.
Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85, Lufthansa 17 X-ray.
now we have passed flight level 300 and only 10,000 feet to go to get to our cruising flight level of 400.
Swiss 17, Mike Heavy, contact Reims Control 128.3.
Contact Reims Control 128.3, Baba, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Reims Control, good afternoon, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, crossing 310, climbing flight level 400.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Reims Control identified.
everyone. We are on the way to Norway from Geneva. We started 20 minutes ago in Geneva Airport, and the flight time will be approximately, total full flight time will be approximately 2 hours. So I think we have 1.5 hours to go to our final destination in Norway, in Bergen. Yes, look at this, the A340-300 with the CFM 56 engines. That's really cool. I really cruising flight level of 400 now. That's really cool. We have a message. Message received. Let's go here. Received messages, yes. Perfect. Yes, our top of descent is in 619 miles. So, and we have a speed of 466. I think from here to get to our destination in Norway, it will take 1 hour and 30 minutes approximately. Yes. That was our departure, DP1 Alpha departure from runway 22 in Geneva. We can close that now. we are on cruising altitude of flight level 400. That's pretty high. Let's check that on the progress page.
Ryanair 15 Hotel Lima,
Flight
contact Marseille Control 124.5, good day. Contact Marseille Control 124.5, Ryanair 15 Hotel Lima.
I think that's correct. A little bit under the rejected maximum flight level. That's crazy. Okay, I will take a short break here because our top of descent will be approximately 576 miles and we have a ground speed of 467, so
Bridge control, Ryanair
a little bit
1671,
more than 1 hour to take to get to our top of
Ryanair
descent.
1671, Reims Control identified.
I will be back, of course, before our top descent for some approach and landing briefing in Norway. Yes, I'll be back.
Reims Control Airbus 6478. Good evening, flight level 370.
Airbus 6478, Reims Control identified. Lufthansa 17 X-ray, contact long and radar 127.6, good day.
Contact long and radar 127.6, Lufthansa 17 X-ray, bye-bye.
Ryanair 39 Tango Whiskey, contact Paris Control 118.05.
Contact Paris Control 118.05, Ryanair 39 Tango Whiskey, bye-bye.
Okay, I will be back. I'm taking a short break here. See you later. Thank you very much. underway with the A340-300 from Geneva to Norway in Bergen. As you can see, we're almost there. Beautiful sunlight here, golden hour. Okay, then let's do some approach briefing here. We expect runway 35. Let's go to the performance page. Top of descent is 68 miles. 67 now. Okay, we expect ILS-35 in Bergen. Let's check the weather here. QNH 1009. 1009, let's put it in here. That's the air pressure. Wind is 310, 14 knots. Temperature is 70 degrees. Let's go to Navigraph. As we know it, for now we expect ILS Whiskey runway 35. In Bergen, Norway, ILS Whiskey runway 35, transitional 7,000 feet. 7,000 feet is already inserted here. Barrow, our minimum is 346. 346 is our Barrow.
Brussels
That's
control. Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, flight level 400.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Brussels control identified. Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, cleared Aruba to Papa arrival, runway 35.
Cleared Alvo to Papa arrival, runway 35, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, contact Polaris control 118.55.
Contact Polaris control 118.55, bye-bye, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Polaris control, good evening, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, flight level 400.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Polaris control identified.
Okay.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, report ready for descent.
Call you back when ready, Swiss 17 Mike. Okay, he said runway 35, Alvo to Papa arrival. Let's check that on our flight plan. Runway 35, Alvo to Papa arrival, and I think it will be the refit transition. That's perfect. Okay, let's go to the approach page again. So our minimum 374. So now it's correct. Barrow 374 is our minimum. 374 feet over sea level, or Barrow. This is our Barrow. Our radio will be
Speedbird 766. Contact Oslo traffic information approach 122.005.
Contact Oslo traffic information approach 122.005, Speedbird 766.
Scandinavian 897, passing flight level 147, descending to 5,000 feet. Scandinavian 897, Polaris control identified.
That's really cool. Cockpit here.
1311, Greenwich 1003. Expect the ILS approach runway 17 with the onward transition.
21003, expect the ILS approach runway 17 with the onward transition with a 1311.
KLM 39 Golf, clear 3.3 Lima arrival, runway 01 right.
Clear 3.3 Lima arrival, runway 01 right, KLM 39 Golf.
Nordic 51 Juliet, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1003, Nordic 51 Juliet.
KLM 1155, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, KLM 1155.
KLM 1155, descend to flight level 220.
Descend to flight level 220, call M1155. Control, KLM 1183, passing flight level 345, descending to flight level 170.
KLM 1183, Polaris control identified.
Okay, missed approach, climb to track 350 to geared off and then turn holding at 3,000, expect vectory. That's our go round up to 3,000 feet. Yeah, we are almost there. Beautiful sunset at our arrival in Norway with the A340-300 from iniBuilds. I really like that, it looks amazing here. Yeah, welcome aboard everyone. Our flight from Geneva to Norway comes to an end. We are at the descent now at flight level 130 and we will land in Bergen in Norway on runway 35. I think arrival is about in 30 minutes. Yes. Landing will be approximately 30 minutes.
SWISS 17 Mark Heavy, contact Flesland, approach 121.0.
Okay, then 10,000 feet, landing at zone, with night zone, C plus small. Contact Flesland, approach 121.0, bye-bye, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy. And speed brakes out. We have to reduce the speed to 250 knots. Flesland approach, good evening, SWISS 17 Mike Heavy. We we are crossing 500 and descending to 8,000 feet and descending via Addon to Pampa arrival.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy Flesland lawn approach. Information Yankee current QNH 1006. Expect radar vectors for ILS Whiskey approach. Runway 35.
QNH 1006, expect radar vectors for ILS Whiskey approach, runway 35, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, thank you. Perfect.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, descend via star to flight level 090.
Descend via star to flight level 090, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, leave Oakland heading 015. Expect radar vectors for ILS Whiskey approach runway 35.
Leave Oakland heading 015, expect radar vectors for ILS Whiskey runway 35, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, descend to 2,000 feet, QNH 1006, vectors for the approach.
Descend to 2,000 feet, QNH 1006, vectors for the approach, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Okay, let's put some slats out here.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, turn right heading 015.
Turn right heading 015, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Some speed brakes here. Sound of this speed brakes in the A340, that's really cool, I like them. That's a screenshot. Really cool.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, turn left heading 005.
Turn left heading 005, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Okay, our glide slope will start at 2,500 feet, that's good to know. approach phase, confirm, approach phase now active, PMC new, it's perfect. Okay, then one right turn, then left turn, and then we are on the localizer for ILS Whiskey runway 35. That's perfect. Let's put ILS on here and also activate approach mode here.
Swiss 17, Mike Heavy, turn left, heading 335.
Turn left heading 335, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Looks so cool here.
Swiss 17, Mike Heavy, turn left, heading 325.
Okay, now turn left and lock star. As you can see, lock is now green. We have captured the lock star. That's cool. Flesland Tower, good evening, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, we are on ILS approach, ILS 35, Whiskey approach, yes, for on, and we are established at the glide slope and localizer now.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, Flesland Tower, wind 310 degrees, 7 knots, runway 35, clear to land.
Runway 35, clear to land, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, thank you. Okay, gear down. Spoilers aren't, out the brakes low. All lights on.
2,500.
Cabin seats for landing, please. And speed is managed, and flap 3 speed check. Flaps full speed check. Okay, go around altitude 3000 is already set. Landing checklist, second memo landing, no landing checklist is complete. Yeah. Okay, auto thrust off. Let's turn the autopilot off. puppy light shows too white to red, as it should be. That's perfect.
One
1000 is checked, we are established.
Hundred above. 500. 4 minimum.
Continue, runway inside. Landing.
300. 200. 100. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20 cars. 10. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse screen and diesel. Right at Alpha 1, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. So, let's exit the runway here. Hey mate, ciao ciao, merci vielmals. Yes, bin wieder mal unterwegs. Du hast gerade rechtzeitig zur Landung eingeschaltet, einfach. Mega cool.
Swiss 17 Mike Heavy, contact ground 121.9er, have a good evening.
Contact ground 121.9er, bye bye, Swiss 17 Mike Heavy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Norway in Bergen. Okay, then strobe lights out, or runway to land state, landing lights off, wing lights off, take off to taxi, seatbelts off. And TCAS TA. Yes, the landing, I think it was a good landing. Landing rate was 182 feet per minute. Landing was 182 feet per minute and G was 1.06. Yes, I take that. It was really, it felt like a really smooth landing. Yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Ja genau, hast gerade eine super Landung gesehen. Sehr cool, merci vielmals. Ganz liebe Grüße am Gex. Wir sind da gerade in Norwegen gelandet, von Genf aus. Schon etwa 2 Stunden Flug gewesen. Schönen Abend, yes, das wünsche ich dir auch, euch auch, ganz schönen Abend. Ciao, ciao, habe noch mega fest gern. Ciao, ciao. So. I think we will have a left turn here. Then we will take gate 28. Merci vielmals, er lässt auch grüßen, du sagst es ihm, merci vielmals. Ciao, ciao, ganz schönen Abend. Okay, then we will park this big airplane here. And let's turn off runway turn light off and taxi light off. Yes, then parking brake on. Let's put some ground power unit on here. Ground power unit on, chocks on. Then predicted winch here off. Transponders now, take us to standby. Transponder standby. Lights off. Then let's put some ground power unit on here. That's a great shot here. do some screenshots here because it looks really, really cool. Yeah, then let's cut off the engines. All engines to off. Okay. Then all fuel pumps going to off. IR selectors from nav to off. Fuel supply off. Strobes off. Beacon light off. Nav off. No smoking off. Emergency exit lights off. Yes. So maybe we can connect the jetway here to get all our passengers out of the aircraft now. Okay. Seems like it doesn't work. No problem. Okay. Then, yeah. XM power off, and battery 1 and 2 and AP bat off. Ground power unit disconnecting. Chocks. They stay. Yeah. That's it, folks. Welcome to Norway with the A340-300 from iniBuilds with SWISS. It was really nice. Yeah, it's a really cool airplane. Sometimes when I'm in Zurich at the airport for some plane spotting stuff like this, then I really like to see the A340. And as you can see, the textures from iniBuilds, it's like crazy. Look at this. All the details. That's really cool. Why not 4812? Welcome aboard. Welcome. Oh, I again missed the whole stream. Hey man, don't worry. All good. But yes, I finished the landing 5 minutes ago again. Yes, today the flight was from Geneva Airport to Norway in Bergen at the beautiful sunset. It was really cool with the A340-300 from iniBuilds. That's a really cool aircraft. Yeah, but how are you, my friend? How are you? Good to see you again. With Boeing 737 enter air. Ah, really nice, really cool. So you do a flight at the moment. That's really cool. Yeah, it looks so cool here. It's my first time I tried Optic reshade and map enhancements, and that's a cool thing, but yeah, I speak only about 2020. Are you in 2020 Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment? Yeah, but it's a great simulator. I did a lot of flights in Microsoft 2020. I switched to Microsoft 2024 maybe 1 year ago, but not that long time ago. I switched because at the beginning Microsoft 2024 was absolutely crap. Also, you couldn't play at the release, and month after the release you still couldn't play this game, the simulator. It was like a not finished beta. A lot of people just say that ground textures in 2024 is so good, so maybe map enhancement doesn't need. Ah, okay. Yeah. And how does it look at the moment with this add-on? But so I liked it in 2020 with Google Map instead of Bing. It is such more realistic. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, yeah, man. Then I wish you a really great flight with the Boeing 737. I hope you enjoyed the flight today. So yeah, happy landings always, and have a great flight. Yeah. Folks, we are finished here. This was the stream with the A340-300 from iniBuilds, from Phoenix, not Phoenix, from Swiss. That's what I wanted to say. And why not 4812? Right, it replaces your ground text from Bing to Google Map, and for me the difference is so crazy. I like this. I tried before with ArcGIS. GES, but that was so bright. Ah, okay. Does it also work for the Flight Simulator 2024? I think I have not heard about it. Så up is finals then for Weisse Faget nicht. I need a break out there. Yes. Conquest Aviation 1, welcome, welcome. Yo, what's up? How are you, my man? Yeah, unfortunate, the stream is already done. Our flight today was from Geneva to Norway in Bergen, so the flight is already finished. We landed here in Norway 10 minutes ago, but welcome aboard. Maybe see you in another stream. Thank you very much for coming here. It also works, I think, but versions is different, so you need another version for 2020 and another for 2024. Ah, okay. Then, yeah, but I will check that. I will check that. Sounds really interesting to me. Yes. Ah, it's free. Oh, okay. When it's free, yes, then I think I will try it. Really cool. Yes, guys, I will finish the stream. Thank you very much for everybody who was here, who was write something in the chat and also like the video or subscribe. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful evening, and yeah, have a good one, and see you on the next stream. Thank you very much for all, and yes, have a nice flight and happy landings. See you on another stream, and yeah, take care. Bye bye.